find Sidney in a small town called Pine Grove. She has had the courage to have a family, which I think is a pretty bold choice for her, considering she's happily married and she has 3 children, and we find her the mother of a teen daughter. You know, Sidney has tried really hard to not have Tatum know much about her life. It's not something that she wants to bring into this portion of her life, and yet, of course, because we're making a movie, chaos ensues, and her biggest nightmare comes true, which is that a ghost-faced killer comes after her and her daughter.
Tatum is a, precocious teenager that loves music and has a boyfriend and has a life and like really enjoys her life and her high school experience, but is having a difficult time connecting with her mother because her mother is this kind of infamous figure and a celebrity, and probably not the way that a person would want to be a celebrity for, but also really admires her mother and wants to connect with her. So it's that dynamic that's fun to explore.
We start out with mother and daughter who are having a challenge connecting. You know, Sidney really hasn't wanted to share her past with her daughter, and I think because of that, because she has wanted to protect her from her past, it's created a gap between the two of them, a lack of real communication and closeness, and Tatum is certainly feeling that. And when things become troublesome in the film, they have to find a way to come together and bond and connect, and Sidney is forced to teach her daughter how to become a survivor. That was heaven. I love Kevin. See what I did there? He's been a dear friend for 30 years, and he knows these characters better than any of us. I mean, he was the brainchild for these films and has always wanted to direct one. I can't really think of why he hasn't, and so I was really happy that we finally got to invite him in to direct, and I was like, oh, I hope he does a good job. And he's done an incredible job. He's really done it.
Really
we watched the movie the other day, and I was like, yes, Kevin West would be so proud.
I mean, it's crazy. I've never been involved in something like this. Obviously, it's a dream come true. I'm super grateful. But not only that, because I get to work with Neve and Kevin, which is, I always have said, they're icons in their own right, but together, it's wow, that's wild. And so it kind of feels like also connecting with the original film in a way, because you have the source of all of this. So it's been a dream come true to be a part of it.
I mean, it's such an honor to be a part of a franchise at all. There's such a rarity to be able to play Sidney Prescott for a span of 30 years and have her grow and overcome many trials and tribulations and become who she is, and to see a character who's had an effect on people, on the fans, that people come up to me and say, oh, Sidney's changed my life, or she's given me courage, or she helped me overcome something. We never expect as actors that might occur, and certainly with a horror film, it's not something I expected, but to see that it's had that kind of impact. But also, they're just really fun films. They're really fun, they're really scary, they're groundbreaking, and they were groundbreaking, and still I feel every time we do it, we find something new. So it's a blast.
Well, it was exciting, it was terrifying, but mostly it was just a lot of fun, because I had Neve Campbell and Courteney, and I've known them for 30 years, and they were so supportive and wonderful, and they, and everyone rallied around me, and we just had a really good time, and I just tried to sort of conjure up some, the spirit of Wes Craven as best to my ability, and just sort of make him proud. Working with Neve is just amazing. I mean, we worked very closely on Sidney and her journey in this movie, because, she was very clear about who she thought Sidney was today, and her world. And so that was one of the greatest experiences, to sit there, is collaborate with her on that. You have an actress of Neve's talent, that she can actually create this character that would last for all these years. I mean, I think it's a testament to her acting, and who doesn't want to root for the final girl? She's so grounded, and she's so believable, and she's so real, and she's so warm, and I just think that I hope the audience has fallen in love with her the way I have, and so I just, she's the final girl. Every franchise has its thing. Halloween has Michael Myers, and Friday the 13th has Jason, and we have Ghostface. But what's unique about Ghostface is there's someone different under that mask every single time. And so there's a new killer with a new motive, and I think that keeps it keeps the audience on its toes a little bit, and I think it helps create a fresh story. And that's sort of the fun of Scream, if you will. Hopefully they'll expect some jumps, some scares, some humor, some emotion. You know, this is the 30-year anniversary of Scream 1, and we wanted to sort of do some callbacks, and we wanted to sort of give it some Wes Craven vibes, and because he was my hero, and make it a little nostalgic, but also have the relevance of a modern film with Isabel May and the young cast, and that's all new and exciting, and just sort of blend it all together and just sort of give the audience a thrill ride, you know, and just put them on that roller coaster, let them go.